8. Who do we have for the final 5? I wrote your names down with lip liner. So we have Kevin, Ryan, Javier, Jana, and Nicole. That's not easy. Good, it's not. Why is my lip even more? It's hard though. Like, these games are hard and good. I did these lip to give, and it's real serious. It's real. So like, you better not be screaming during challenges. So no, I'm really proud of y'all. And then $55,000 like raised. Like, that's crazy. None of these games are easy. Mentally, physically, just like everything that goes into these is hard. So just good job. And thanks to just everyone for playing. Brandon, don't ever ask me to play. I will not. It's like, good, I did my time. Like, I don't enjoy doing like sitting in the woods. No, I don't. Okay, so congratulations, everyone.
Come on in. Welcome, welcome. Are you guys ready to get to your next immunity challenge? First things first, Kevin, please bring back the necklace.
I'll miss you.
Oh, you look very comfortable in it. All right, immunity is back up for grabs. This challenge is called Step Right Up. How this challenge will work: you will be presented with a variety of challenges. Each one will require you to make a bet as to how many or how fast you can complete that specific task. The player whose bet is the most extreme, whether that be the highest or fastest, has to step right up and prove it. If you succeed, the person with the lowest or slowest bet will be eliminated. Any questions? Okay, all right, we'll get started. So the first task is how many softballs you can land in that milk can in 1 minute. When I say reveal, all of you will reveal your answer. 3, 2, 1, reveal. Kevin is the highest and says 7, which means Kevin, come and prove it. 3, 2, 1, go. Seconds left.
Come on.
5. And 6. You have 20 seconds left. 7. With 16 seconds left, so Kevin, you have completed. That means Ryan, you are out of this challenge. We'll do live to give shuffleboard. There are 4 pucks on this table. How many points can you score with 4 pucks? Highest scorer needs to prove it. 3, 2, 1, reveal. Javier and Nicole say 11, which means you two will both prove it. Black Rock goes first. 3, 2, 1, reveal.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go. Nicole, you have 3, 2, and 1, which means you have 6 points. You need 5 to hit 11. Nicole gets 5, hits 11 with Javier.
Oh my god.
3, 2, 1, go. 3 points. 5 points. 3 points. 8 points plus 3 points, which means you hit 11 points. Kevin, out of this challenge. Next bet. How many balloons can you pop with 10 darts? 3, 2, 1, reveal. Nicole and Jana say 5, so you both will come and prove it.
Love that.
BlackRock goes first. When I say reveal, 3, 2, 1, reveal. Which means Nicole, you'll step up first. It's 5 wins. Jana, you're up. All right, Jana, you need to hit a balloon on the next start or you are out of this challenge.
No.
All right, Jana, you did not hit 5, which means you are out of this challenge. How many of these blocks can you knock down in 8 shots with the sandbag? 3, 2, 1, reveal. Nicole, prove it. You need 9 blocks to fall off the table in 8 sandbags. Nicole, you have 1 sandbag left. You need to knock down 6 blocks. Otherwise, Javier wins immunity. Nicole does not prove it, which means Javier wins individual immunity. All right, well, Javier, come grab immunity. Thank you. Yes. $250 to your charity. All right, for the rest of you, one of you will be the next person voted off of Live to Give the Ramsey roller coaster. Grab your stuff, head on back to camp.
Big immunity at the end of the game. It's a huge amount of security, and I feel really close to potentially getting that $7,000 for my charity and being the winner of season 8 of Live to Give. That's the goal that I set out for myself now. It's not something I was thinking about, 24 hours ago, 30 hours ago, but the immunity necklace win is huge.
Great job. Congrats, man.
I'm picturing my husband. It's been such a whirlwind, so I really appreciate him. He also got me into Survivor. He would never do this. He'd get voted out first because he'd be super hangry. Yeah, and there'd be no peanut butter.
Oh, we got him.
Wow.
Yo, what is this?
Yeah.
Oh.
Never mind.
You take it.
You take it.
You don't have to read in front of us.
Yeah, do what you want.
Yeah, can I do it in front of a confessional?
Yeah, sure. Your Honor?
No one's really looking. I say, hey, what's that? I grab this out of the fire and run off. And so I haven't given them any explanation of what it is. They think it's some sort of advantage. I'm telling them that I'm going to announce it at tribal council. And I'm hoping it's enough to just create fear in them so they don't write my name down. I'm almost positive they're all over there deliberating about how to get me out. But this has probably caused so much paranoia. Something I already bought at the auction, but they don't know that, so.
And he gets a white note. Of course he's not going to show it with us. He runs away. He's very excited about it. And now all of us are like, everything is up in flames because that was going to be our vote.
things.
Yep, that's gonna throw so much chaos into
It
it.
gives him so much power that he won't need.
Yeah,
And
because now everyone's gonna think he's.
yeah.
I mean, but we can always follow him. There's nothing saying we can't.
Right now, Kevin is causing chaos as he does. He did this earlier on the Jordan vote, just kind of running around, sprinting through the woods, saying he found things. He did find a clue of some sort in our fire pit. Ryan, I think it's Ryan or Kevin.
I think that's our best bet. Let's go Ryan or Kevin for this vote.
Yeah, Ryan or Kevin, but yeah.
Yeah, this definitely.
But for you and I, like, we just don't want like a rogue, like one vote out there.
No,
or
I don't think
something.
we can.
Yeah.
I think we just have to see. We just have to talk to Javier and see where he wants to vote, and hopefully it's not either one of us.
So it makes sense for me. We vote Jana out this vote. If you really only want to sit next to me or Ryan, you'll have your pick next tribal. The power will be in your hands. Okay, do I want to sit next to Ryan? Do I want to sit next to Kevin?
Right.
Or I guess
You know, speculation is not fun in the game of Live to Give. We don't want to speculate. We want to know. I prefer to play a game that's like super straightforward, and I can't do that with this advantage in the game.
I know you were thinking about Ryan because obviously we were in a conversation where you told Ryan to his face that you were threatened by him.
it's true.
Why not him again this round?
There is no why not.
Oh, okay.
There really is no why not.
You're just
yeah.
telling me that your vote is Jana. Okay.
No, but if the consensus is Ryan,
Yeah.
like, I kind of already burned that bridge. I am doing everything I can to make it to the end, man. I've been playing hard. I've been fighting to stay in this game and win that big sum of money for my charity. Because as we know, this year, winner takes all. In previous years, you know, I believe they divvied it up from 1 through 3 or 1 through 4, but this year is winner takes all, so people are going harder than ever to get that money for their organization. But it's
such
what do
a
you call it, a catch-22, because I don't want to
yeah.
sit next to him. So I have to put him on the jury, but if I put him on the jury, I might not have his vote.
There's no exact equation to jury science.
Yeah, so
Okay. The biggest threats have to see the door, and that's the way I'm going to win. I don't win sitting next to the biggest threats, so I need them on the jury.
What do you think he got an extra vote? I think he got an extra vote. And so he wants to vote. Did he say me? He said Jana to me. He said Jana, and he goes, well, Nicole said she would do you over Jana, which is fine, whatever. But he wants to do Jana.
This could be immunity. This could be an extra vote. This could be a steal vote. This could be a plethora of things. But right now, what I'm hearing is either Ryan or Kevin.
So my real plan is to take out you and Jana, right? I thought that I could get you out as like kind of like a surprise big move. Have Jana for this round in front of me because she is the biggest threat left at camp, and I don't even think that's. I mean, maybe it's up for debate, but the jury seems to think she's been making big moves and everything.
Kevin's been really honest that he wants me out, so he's working against me. Because I'm a threat, and he wants Jana out as well. I don't think he's gonna vote Jana though. I think he's gonna vote me.
Are you divulging what that is?
No, thank you. I know we've been
Yeah.
honest, but it's just
No, I
the
get
nature
it.
of it is I really do feel like there's a chance that I'm going home,
Yeah.
and the only way that I can see myself getting out of that is using this correctly.
That
I
makes
can
sense.
say if I tell you, I think you guys will be able to like work around it.
He's only a physical challenge beast, not sure what moves as he has pulled off besides chaos, so he could be an okay person to sit at final 3. Think I can get more votes in that jury, from that jury, compared to Kevin.
But the answer for me is Ryan. I got to think about what I'm going to do with this,
Yeah, for sure.
but it won't affect you.
Okay.
I can promise you, you're not gonna see your name from me.
Okay, and you won't see your name from me. You got my word.
Nice, you got my word. Thank you.
It's a grueling game, and the whole time you're playing, you have to put trust in people you just met. You have to trust yourself, which is really hard to do for me. It really sucks to put your fate up to luck and up to trusting people that you've only been working with for a couple rounds. But I have to be confident in myself. I have to be confident in the connections I made.
Maybe, because I was thinking like we have the power, like we're all kind of wanting to go against Kevin, and I brought it up to him. I just don't want like if there is an idol or something, like a rogue like vote.
I think we would just have to vote together wherever we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like even though if it like goes to a revote, I was thinking, hey, maybe there's like a last minute immunity idol out there. Do we split the vote, which means that I would throw one on Ryan.
You want to go Kevin or Ryan?
I still want to go Kevin.
And just like make him feel comfortable that we're going Ryan.
Yeah, I think our odds of winning final immunity challenge drop dramatically with Kevin in here.
I agree.
And
100% agree.
he has a bigger resume than Ryan, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You gotta crunch the numbers. So you're really balancing on a fine thread, and then advantages, that's like adding juggling in there. So you're walking a tightrope, and you're throwing 3 or 4 balls up in the air. Anything could happen. Anything could happen.
I'm not gonna,
Okay, I
I'm not
appreciate
putting
you
your name
being
down.
upfront.
I'm not gonna put your name down. I'm gonna put Kevin's name down.
I'm hoping that when Jana said she would go with the original plan of me, her, Javi, and Nicole all voting Kevin, even if he has an extra vote, that's 2. And if it's a steal a vote, it's still 3-2.
This is just a smoke screen, but the girls are all saying Ryan.
Okay.
I'll go Ryan. I'm not gonna be the sole. I'm not gonna be the sole vote on Jana again, just like I was last round.
Yeah.
So if the girls are
like
going
you
Ryan,
were on Ryan last
like
round.
exactly. So if the girls are going Ryan and you, I'm 100% with Ryan. Like I have nothing like against that idea or that vote.
Of course. Yeah,
come back and pitch Ryan to the girls and Jana to the boys, but it seems like ultimately people want to end up going on Ryan. So if that's the way the cookie crumbles, it's good for me.
Well, listen, like that's what Nicole was telling me, is she would prefer Ryan, and we were discussing positive and negatives. We were discussing you, we were discussing Ryan. So she really wants to do Ryan, and honestly maybe that should be my vote, because Ryan and I have played like the same votes the whole damn time, so I shouldn't sit next to him. That's stupid.
And this would be your move.
I just have this concern that sitting next to Ryan is bad for my game, because we have too many of the same votes. And he might have a few more connections with the jury. So, still a lack of sleep.
All good.
So I guess I use
it. Is it safer?
I think it's kind of more. I think I've had luck with just sticking to our guns when there's chaos, and we stick with our original plan, and that seems to work.
Honestly, don't think I'm going to have a decision on my vote until tribal council, until I can see if I can read the room a little bit, and hopefully I'll make the right vote.
He was a dead man walking to his fate. Vengeance was sweet on my tongue. His body lies where flowers grow. His body lies where flowers grow.
Anna, Aiden and Hillary Duff, Marty, Tony, Maddie, Lindsay, Matt, and Tolu. All right, well, congratulations on making it to the final 5. It kind of seems like this was the goal. Javier, tell me a little bit about being here.
5 feels really good, because I know all of us have had struggles and road bumps getting here, and personally I've felt in past tribals that I was getting voted out, and I know other people here have had that feeling too, so being here is a huge relief. I'm sure that I'm the most relieved person wearing this around my neck.
Kevin, tell me a little bit about what camp looked like then after this past challenge.
Boy, oh boy, does this game and this Ramsey roller coaster have a lot of twists and turns. I look in the fire pit, and there's one last final little twist on this roller coaster. I'm very happy I saw it first and that I grabbed it, because you know, I honestly thought I was dead in the water after he won, and this will get me through at least one more, so.
And Ryan, with this kind of being the last round, 4 twists and advantages in the game, and Kevin says he has one, how does that kind of maybe shift strategy in a round like this?
Well, I know a lot about Live to Give, right? I know past seasons what they've done on Live to Give. So he can say that makes him safe. I don't think he's safe. I think I know exactly what that thing says. And so when I vote Kevin off today and he goes over there, then we'll see.
And Jana, do you feel like there's a pretty decently clear consensus, or do you feel like this might be kind of votes everywhere, like 3-2, 3-1-1?
I don't think votes will necessarily be everywhere, but Kevin having a public clue to something or advantage definitely threw some chaos into like the camp, and I think Kevin sometimes likes to play up that chaos. Definitely I had thoughts about, is there like an idol in play? Do we split the vote? Unfortunately then like someone else would go home, which in case...
It's not an idol.
Yeah.
But if I play it correctly, I will be safe. I can promise you that.
Yeah.
I can promise you that.
Yeah.
I think it's a bold assumption, Ryan, to be like, I know this game, I know what's coming up. It's a new season.
I think that's fair, and I think that's also the move that Kevin has right now, is to play up that for sure this thing will get him safe for another round.
If I play it right. That's why I couldn't tell you, because if I told you, then you could strategize against it.
Okay. So definitely nervous.
This game has been played so well by everyone, and I genuinely think everyone coming into this season came in as gamers. Everyone here played so hard. On the jury, everyone in the jury deserves to be sitting here. Everyone here could have been sitting there. Everyone here came in with their own strengths and weaknesses and have maneuvered themselves through this game in their best way possible.
I think this game also has had a lot of luck involved. If Kevin has an idol or is it an extra vote, I definitely don't feel safe. I don't think any of us do throughout this game. We've all had votes with our name on them. I feel like my emotions have been all over the place. I've been crying, I've been happy, I've been like upset. It definitely has been a roller coaster in that manner, and I'm pretty sure everyone has experienced the same kind of roller coaster of emotions, and also roller coasters of twists and turns.
It's a complicated game.
Nicole, you're up.
Okay. This twist is shaking things up.
I'm going for Kevin. I'm not sure what his trick up his sleeve is, but in these chaos moments, I'm not going to change what I was going to do. That's what he's trying to create, so I'm just going to stick with it.
I'll go tally the votes. Okay, if anybody has a hidden immunity idol or advantage they would like to play, now is the last time to do so. Okay, I'll read the votes.
That was brilliant. That was beautiful. I love this guy.
First vote, Chaos Kevin. Ryan, that's one vote Kevin, one vote Ryan. Kevin, that's two votes Kevin, one vote Ryan, two votes left. The next person to vote off of Live to Give and the 9th member of our jury. Kevin, can you bring me your torch?
Good. You guys got guts, I gotta admit.
Chaos Kevin, your try is spoken. Time for you.
Good game.
Well Well, congratulations on making it to the final 4. You will next compete in your final immunity challenge of the season, and one of you will have a guaranteed spot in the final 3 and a chance to win $7,200 for your charity. Grab your stuff, head back to camp.
Oh man, well, I guess all good things must come to an end. I tried literally everything I could think of and more. I fought to the end, but unfortunately these guys had guts of steel and still wrote my name down despite all the chaos I caused. Of course, I'm out here for Books for Africa. I hope I made all the people there proud, and I hope that, you know, I will continue to bring, you know, my volunteering and maybe donate more and maybe play Leave to Give another time and win that and give them the money then too.
Final 4, come on in. Welcome. Here. Welcome, final 4, to your final immunity challenge of the season. First things first, Javier, can you bring me back the necklace, please? Sure. Awesome, thank you. All right. Individual immunity and a spot at the final tribal council is up for grabs. So this is Connect 4. However, you will not know where the Connect 4 is facing this way. You'll be given pucks. One side will be black, the other side will be either red or yellow. You will take turns dropping pucks into this Connect 4 board. However, you will not see the color of the other puck on this side. The goal is to create a Connect 4 facing this way that I can see. First person to score Connect 4 moves on to the next round, the next 2 matchup. The winner of that round will move to the final round, where the 2 winners will battle head-to-head for final immunity and $250 to your charity on behalf of Tyann Ryan from season 6. I will spin the wheel, and the first 2 it lands on will be the matchup first. Those 2 will then draw rocks to decide who will drop their puck first onto the board. Do you have any questions? All right, we'll get started. All right, I will spin the wheel for the first matchup, and we'll get started. Javier, come step up. Going against Javier will be Nicole.
The matchup again. You're going down.
Good luck, guys.
Black Rock goes first. 3, 2, 1, reveal. Nicole, you will drop your puck first. Javier scores a Connect 4, which means he is moving on. Reveal. Jana has the Black Rock, which means she will put the first puck on the board. which means Ryan moving on to the next part of this challenge. 3, 2, 1, reveal. Javier draws the black rock, is up first. And that is a Connect 4. Congratulations. Javier wins final immunity. Javier, congratulations on final immunity. All right. Thank you. You're welcome. Oh, shoot, I'm so sorry. All right. And Javier, I have your $250 to your charity.
Thank you.
And then this as well.
Okay. Thank you.
Turn around and read it.
Final 4 winner. Congratulations on winning the final immunity challenge of the season. You will now have the ability to choose one player to join you in the final tribal council while sending the other 2 players into a challenge for the last spot.
Oh my god.
What this challenge is will be decided by a spin of the wheel after you have made your decision.
So you guys will go back to camp?
For the rest of you, good luck.
On 3.
1, 2, 3.
Wilding!
Good luck,
All right.
Sylvester.
Good luck, everyone.
The Final 4 challenge was a game of Connect 4, which makes a lot of sense to me. Except in this game of Connect 4, we were playing blind. So it was a pure memory game. I think it's the first pure memory game that we've had this season.
I just want to say one thing really quick. With that Kevin vote, you guys had my back. You said you were going to. I had a really tough decision because I was really worried Chaos Kevin had found something. I mean, what a
Who wrote Chaos Kevin?
I did. That was me.
Okay, like when I held it up, I was like, your name is Chaos Kevin.
Yeah.
Winning the immunity challenge was huge. 2 challenge wins in a row has earned me $500 additional to my charity, which is great. And it could be more than that too. So I want to win this money for Copal so that they can realize their construction project, so that they can bring to life their vision of a renewed Lake Street. And that's what I want to see. I just miss a vitalized and energetic Lake Street in Minneapolis. It's one of the most important landmarks in the Twin Cities. So let's bring it back to life. Copal is gonna make that happen, and I'm glad to donate to that cause. I'd like to think that it doesn't matter who I take to the final tribal, but I know it's not that simple. So I have to weigh my options.
So, oh man, big decision.
Yeah.
I was a little teary, but I'm also kind of happy. At least it gives everyone just a fighting chance at the end of this game and stuff. My initial thought was like, like this is gonna suck. We're gonna have to vote out Ryan. It's gonna be a lot of tears. But instead, Brandon had one final twist. Whoever wins that last immunity has to select someone to be safe and 2 people to compete in that challenge. So I was quite shocked when that was revealed. I think if I get thrown into the challenge, I'm assuming it's gonna be public in front of the jury. It just is, if I win, it's something else to add to my resume, which would be great, and stuff. Reasons though to take me, I think there could be some bitter jury members. I don't know if they're the biggest fan of like me and Nicole. You don't know what type of jury you're gonna get. You don't know what questions they're gonna ask. You don't know what they're gonna value more than others based on only spending like 3-some days with them in the middle of the woods on a tent when most of the time you're just talking about this vote or that vote. If there's a particular...
I think he's going to take Nicole, and I think he's going to put you and I against each other, because I think we're looked at as the 2 biggest threats. So you're a challenge beast. So.
Well, I've only won one though. You and Javier is the challenge beast.
Well, I think Jana would be a really tough one to win at the end, because she is so. That move she made was so big, and she's eloquent and she can explain it. So that's going to be probably the biggest threat at the end for me. I'm not going to try to like make this huge pitch. I'll just say this. We got together day 1. I have said I'm loyal to you. Yeah. I have voted you with you when I was safe, so I could have voted anywhere, and I was consistent throughout all that. Yeah. At the end of the day though, loyalty means nothing in winning this game. You need to pick whoever you think you have the best chance of beating. My ideal final 3 would be Nicole and Javier. I think I can beat Javier. I think I can refute all of the moves we did together. The problem is we could split some votes. Yeah. At the end of the day, you know my game. I know your game. Yeah. And you know, I also think you have to think who has a better chance of beating Jana. Because Jana's a big threat. So definitely. Do I have a better chance of beating Jana, or does Nicole have a better chance of beating Jana in a challenge? That's the question. Especially if it's fire making, Nicole's build our fires. I mean, that's just the truth. But
I do think there's a possibility that the challenge is fire making. In that case, I would need to send Nicole in. She's the best fire maker, and she could take out either Ryan or Jana in fire making.
If I have an opportunity to win my way back in, that puts it on me, and I like when things are on my shoulders and in my control. That's good. And I'm happy to do that. So I'm not going to give you a big pitch, man. I really appreciate everything we've done. Nothing's going to change that. Your decision in the next whatever time isn't going to change that. I'm not trying to get worried about things I have no control over. I don't know if Javier wants to go final 3 with me anymore. We're going to find that out.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think I'd win the challenge. Like, you know, not.
That's fair. He asked me like what type of challenge you want, and I'm like, I'm hoping that's a puzzle. Hopefully, that would be my best chance.
Yeah. Essentially, what the twist is Javier gets to bring someone to the final 3. Great. The other 2 have to spin a wheel and do a competition at tribal. Well, we don't know. We're speculating it's at tribal. The person who wins the competition goes to the final 3. So that's where we're at. I will be at peace.
You deserve to be here as well.
I'll be at peace whatever decision you make. My pitch to you is what we've been saying. Ryan and Jana are both really big threats, right? Yeah. And at the end of the day, I mean, you're gonna have to sit against one, but you do not want to sit against 2 of them, right? Because they have so many people in the jury that have been preaching for them. Yeah. Jana had Matt, and Matt had said when he had gone out, he said, if you don't get Jana out, like he's gonna convince people to vote for Jana. She had that big move. She's what altered the course of the game. Javier has said in previous rounds that he wanted it to be a me and Jana and Javier final 3. So at first I wasn't too upset about him winning. I was like, okay, like we can definitely like vote Ryan out. That would really suck, but that's what we're gonna do. And now that's not the case. Like I had no one. Yeah. So I feel like I've been kind of flying on the seat of my pants, and like I just would be so grateful just to have a spot in the final tribal council.
Okay.
It would mean the world to me, obviously, but you have to do what's good for you, your game.
So your preference would be to sit at the final tribal and not do the challenge. Is that what you're saying?
I genuinely will not win at the challenge.
Okay.
Like, my pitch to Javier was trying to undersell myself as much as possible. I think that a lot of my moves were calculated. I think some of them were smaller and might be overlooked. But to him, I basically said, Javier, you have two huge threats. You have Jana, who made the big move at the merge vote. And then you have Ryan, who people have said he's a threat this whole game. He has multiple connections on the jury. People love Ryan, and he also has just emotional connections with them. I was like, those are two big threats. You don't want to sit next to both of them at the end.
Can't sit with us. We were just saying that we don't want to join the jury.
I don't either.
I'm sorry, Jerry.
For a few reasons. No, they're all nice, but like, I am not good with dance moves, and I'm not good with being catty. Like the food thing and all that stuff.
I don't think I could be catty.
I think Jana is the least liked out of the remaining contestants. Ryan has a lot of deep connections with people on a really personal level. He's a great guy, and I know that the jury members would root for him. Nicole hasn't really pissed anyone off, even though she keeps trying to pitch that she has pissed people off, but to be honest, she is not really on anyone's bad side compared to Jana or even myself and Ryan. I'm the kind of player who likes to make the decision early and stick to it. This decision I can't make early. I have to leave it until Brandon asks me. I'll look him right in the face, and then Brandon's eyes will tell me exactly what I need to do.
Follow me down into the valley night. His body lies where flowers grow. His body lies where flowers grow.
All right. Well, congratulations, Final Four. First and foremost, Javier, how does it feel to have the necklace and a guaranteed spot at the final tribal council?
It means that I get one step closer to where I want to be, supporting my charity and bringing that large sum. Unfortunately, it does also come with a big decision today as well, so it's both a blessing, of course, and a little bit of a difficult decision. So.
Ryan, tell me, I guess, about your pitch to Javier as to why he should bring you to the finals.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a difficult decision to make. We've been together since day one. He's had my back throughout, and I've had his back throughout. I certainly would love to be in the final too, but whatever he does, I'm going to be happy for him and proud of what he did, because he's won the last two challenges, and he had to win a challenge earlier to save his butt, and he did that, so I'm just proud of what he's done.
Jana, how about you? What was your pitch to him to try to bring you to the end?
Yeah, my pitch was we have worked together from the merge forward. We were always on the same page. There were moments when I needed to trust his opinion for certain votes. I also pitched that I'm not sure where I stand with the jury. Matt threw it out, I'm a big gamer, I made a big move. I'm not sure how everyone feels about that.
Nicole, how about you? What was your kind of pitch to Javier to bring you to the end?
Yeah, I mean, you have two huge threats here. I genuinely think the jury thinks very highly of these two. At this point, I don't know what the jury thinks about myself. I don't know if my game really compares to these two.
Perfect. And Javier, where do you kind of stand right now? Do you feel like you're ready to tell me who the person is you're bringing to the end?
I'm ready to make my decision.
Okay, who are you bringing to the final three with you?
The person that I'm bringing into the final three, not having to compete in the challenge with me, is going to be Ryan.
Sounds good. That means Jana and Nicole, you guys will compete in a duel for opportunity to be in the final 3. How this will work, I will spin a wheel. There are different challenges on that wheel. Whichever that wheel lands on is the challenge that you two will be competing in. Yeah, what a unique opportunity.
Redemption.
I actually have literally nothing to say. I'll give you a minute to say a prayer, whatever you need to do to compose yourself, and then we will get to the challenge. All right. Cole and Jana, you guys will be competing in the duel for the chance at the final tribal council. Your goal, land that one golf ball in the middle hole up top. When I say go, 3, 2, 1, go. Nicole's falls through the hole. Nicole's falls again. Jana with a nice save. You need to get it into the middle hole up top. Jana is about halfway up the board. Nicole's ball drops through the hole. Jana is halfway up. Nicole's drops again. Jana is about 3/4 way up and falls through the hole. We are neck and neck again. Nicole's falls through. Nicole's starting again, moving fast up that board. Nicole's falls through the hole. Jana is at the middle of the board. Jana's falls through the hole. Nicole's falls through the hole. We're starting over. It's deja vu. Jana about a quarter way. Nicole moving fast up the board. Jana back where she was last time. Nicole about halfway up the board. Jana super close. Nicole catching up. Jana is super close to that top. She just needs to land it in that hole. Nicole moving fast up the board. We are neck and neck. Nicole lands the ball and wins immunity and the chance at the final 3. Congratulations. I'm going to have you all come sit back here at the stumps. Nicole, congratulations on winning the Final Four duel and $100 to your charity on behalf of Ryan Elder. However, as you reflect on the game you have played compared to the other 2 finalists and factoring in the jury, this roller coaster has one last track. This is the finalists' collaborator. 13 Live to Give finalists over 7 years and 7 seasons have donated a total of $555. Here is your last stop. The path is yours to choose. You have the option to 1, take your win as is and keep your spot in the final 3, or 2, you can give up your spot to Jana and receive the guaranteed $550 to your charity and become the last member of our jury. This is the ultimate decision. Choose wisely. You are now the conductor of the Ramsey roller coaster. Do you know your decision?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your decision?
I'm gonna keep my spot.
Jana? That means you become the last member of the jury. You grab your torch.
I had fun. I think all of you deserve it.
Good job, Jana. You did so good.
never have to do this.
Jana, it's my pleasure.
Well, congratulations, final 3. The power now shifts to a jury. 10 people you inadvertently had a hand in voting out of this game will decide your fate, and one of you will win $7,200 for your charity. Head back to camp and think about what you are gonna say.
I was very happy that Final Four wasn't a vote. I guess I'm happier to go out in a challenge on my own merit. I can't get past that stupid big circle in the middle of that ace in the hole. I think where a lot of the emotion came from to just have to go against my ally. I wanted to be in the final 2 with her. And so, but it's been so much fun. I've had a blast. What brought me out here initially was my husband. He knows I like Survivor, more I'm a Survivor super fan, I would say, and he's like, hey, you've been talking about wanting to play this game, here's this opportunity. I applied immediately, and the charity aspect is just a wonderful piece on top. To be able to try to raise money for Girls on the Run has been great. It's been great to kind of do this thing over the past 6-some months. It felt like it was a nice goal to have throughout the spring and something I could really focus on, and it's great to know that all this money raised is still going to a great cause. So I'm not a loser in any way. I think I still won by just having the experience that I've had, and yeah, it's been a great time.
We have some vegan food for Nicole, some pizza, here's some forks if you guys want forks.
You guys, I'm so excited for this food.
Yes.
Well, congrats everyone.
It's been 42 days.
4 cheers.
4 cheers.
4 cheers. Cheers. Holy guacamole, y'all.
So grateful that I played a game where I can feel good about myself. I may have blindsided people, but I played respectfully, and I did it all with the thought of winning for my charity at the end, and I really hope I can do that. $7,000 is a big chunk of change. There's so much you can do with that. That could go to a project, that could go to meals, that could go to stocking a food shelf, that could go for school supplies for these kids. I'm just excited that I get to hopefully win for my charity, and it's been really cool to play a game where it's not just for myself, but it's for someone else. It's for a lot of other people. I went through this game with just getting 2 votes on my name this whole time. That's incredible. Just winning for myself would be just an amazing victory. Yeah, I feel like I don't often think super highly of myself. Sometimes I don't have confidence in myself. And I feel like this specific game has given myself so much confidence.
But I'm very thankful, and I'm also very thankful that you redeemed yourself in an impressive way.
Yeah.
Because when we talked about this, I think earlier today, we mentioned this 3. I couldn't get it out of my head. This was the 3 that I wanted, and I didn't think it was going to happen with Chaos Kevin, and Jana was playing such a good game. And at the end of the day, my focus was just to be honest and create allies with people that trusted me. And at the end of the day, my game plan, my focus was just to be honest and create allies with people that trusted me. And I created a few allies who literally said they would not put my name down. Nicole admitted that I am a humongous threat in this game, and yet she never once wrote my name down. By creating those legit relationships with people, they had my back, and that allowed me to be here, and that is my strength, and that is my skill. The fact that I can build relationships of trust with people, that they will have my back when I need them, and I have their back when they need it, to the absolute best of my ability, and I was not always perfect at that, but that is my strength, and that is what got me here. I cannot wait to watch this back.
Me too. Also, everyone in our season, I know I've said it a couple times, everyone came to play. Everyone was such a good game player, but everyone played so respectfully. Yes, there were blindsides, but no one did it in a menacing way. It was incredible.
If you're reactive enough, if you're perceptive enough, if you're decisive enough, you can put the game back into your control. I want to explain to the jury tonight how I did that, and that I was the most successful at putting myself in the final 3. I think they will respect my game, and they can't deny that the moves I made put me in the position that I am today. It's such an amazing moment to live out a dream that I've had, to compete in this sort of environment, and to learn more about myself, and to really experience Live to Give as a whole. All my hard work pay off and get me to where I wanted to be, which is the final vote. It's an exhausting roller coaster, but we're almost at the end.
I'm so excited, you guys. Like, the fact that one of us is gonna win our season is freaking incredible.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh gosh, I think amazing people all around in the cast.
Yeah.
I enjoyed meeting each of them, learning little things about them. Hopefully I'll get to know everybody more after the game, but I think the 3 of us here are the people who backed up their game the most and earned our spots.
I wanted those 3.
Alright, I'll now bring in the members of our jury. Anna, Aiden, Marty, Tony, Maddie, Lindsay, Matt, Tolu, Kevin, and Jana. Alright, Nicole, Javier, and Ryan, congratulations on making it to the final 3. The power now shifts to the jury. 10 people that you had a hand in voting out will now decide your fate in this game and crown the winner of Live to Give, the Ramsey roller coaster, and the $7,200 prize to your charity. I'll give you a minute for opening speeches. We'll then get to the jury questioning segment. Nicole.
I want to start by saying a thank you to all of you here. All of you 100% were huge game players and could have been sitting exactly where I am now. My game, I came in here and I knew that I had to play to my strengths. One of those strengths is being myself, being authentic, gaining trust, being personable, because when you get people to trust you, you get them to work with you. Why I am here is because I made calculated risks along the way. There were pivotal points in the game where I could have gone this way or this way, and because I chose this direction, it led me to this point now. So thank you so much. I can't wait to talk more about my game.
Javier.
Hello, lovely jury. It's really good to see you here, and I'm really glad that we played this game together. My game is based on finding out key pieces of information to make decisions, building alliances that last. I built a lot of very sturdy, very hard-working alliances that took time. They were not easy to build. If I didn't have those alliances that I worked to build, I wouldn't have been so resolute in my decisions, and I wouldn't have known where as many of the votes were going. So I think one of the skills that I bring to this game is the ability to connect with people, quickly build trust, and also read people's intentions. So me reading what other people were trying to do helped me decide who I wanted to vote out next. Excited to see you all, and thank you for being here.
Ryan?
Well, hey, these two just awesome start. I mean, you know, for me, when I came into this game, I didn't necessarily know where the game was going to go, but what I wanted to do was I wanted to leave proud of how I played, and I am proud of how I played. I look back at the season, and sometimes it takes luck, but other times it takes building trusting relationships with people and leaning on them, and that's a really scary thing to do in a game like this. But I had multiple people that came up to me and said, Ryan, I went to them and they literally said they will not put your name on the parchment. And that meant the world to me, because that meant that the relationship I'd created with them was real and honest, and they had my back. And yeah, it is kind of scary to trust that, but that's what got me here, is those relationships and foundations that I built. It wasn't just me. I wish I could say I was this amazing game player that found all these idols and did all these things to get me here. It's not. It was all of you guys helping and supporting me. That's the reason I'm sitting here. And so if you think that's worthy enough to win this game, I would be honored to win this game. But if you think they played a better game, please give the win to them. I want the best winner from how you guys feel. Thank you.
All right, Nicole, Javier, and Ryan. The power now shifts to the jury. 10 people that you had a hand in voting out will now decide your fate in this game. We'll get to the jury questioning segment. All right, Maddie.
Well, congratulations. You guys did such a great job. You should feel really proud of your games. And let me tell you that no one has made a vote, or no one is saying I'm going to vote for someone. So your responses are going to be very important. This year, I think there's a lot of respect and a lot of love for all 18 contestants. And I think everyone played great, but you guys are here. You outlasted everyone. So I want you to look at your charities and try to keep them in mind and really work hard at giving honest and good answers to change the votes. As I said, no one has a solid vote right now for anyone. Thank you, guys.
Tolu, you're up.
Hey guys, nice to see you. Congratulations. This has been a roller coaster with ups and downs, lots of twists, and possibly some switches as well. Some of the jurors may have a reason not to vote for you. Could you point to some examples of why they may not vote for you, and what would you say to counter those oppositions?
I think that maybe a common reason not to vote for me is I don't know if I built as deep personal connections as the other two up here with enough jury members. I think I definitely built game connections, but maybe people don't know me well enough, or they feel more connected to another finalist. A counter to that would be that from a pure gameplay perspective, I think I had the relationships that I needed to build at the times that I needed them, and that got me here, and it also got my alliance members very far in the game.
Thank you for asking that question. I think those that may not feel like voting for me may have felt slighted by me, may have felt like we were working together, and may have felt blindsided by me. Tony, I trusted you from day one, but when you flipped on me, I lost some trust there. And Kevin and I had started working right after the merge, and he was being open and you weren't, and that little distrust is why I led to vote you out.
So I think there's maybe 2 jury members that I wish I would have spent more time getting to know. Anna, you'd be the first one. I didn't have a ton of chance to get to know you a lot. And then the other one was Marty. Marty, I really do care about you. I was really worried. We were sitting up here, you were sweating. I hope that you remember that I was actually very concerned for your health. I do care about you, and I did spend some time trying to get to know you. But
Anna, you're up.
Hello! Congratulations! Obviously I was first out, but one thing I found very important was our relationships. If you heard me at all hours of the night, I was probably laughing about something. So I would love to know, what is one moment of genuine laughter we had?
I think with our original camp, we had so much laughter, so much fun bonding. Me and you, when we were talking about Jeffrey stealing your pillow, we were laughing by the fire. But I feel like all of us here shared laughter, and some of my highlights of the game were when we were just having fun and just being humans with each other, and Anna was hilarious. So thank you guys for the laughter and the beautiful moments.
Tony, you're up.
Sorry, Javier, my question's kind of specific to Nicole and Ryan, but just know if I don't like their answers, my vote's going to you. So, my question on the vote that got me out, I want to hear from your perspective, more the behind the scenes of what led to your decision.
Yeah.
Tony, you and Jana were a couple of the first people I approached, and I really enjoyed and trusted you guys. I felt like I could genuinely strategize with you, and when we were swapped, I knew that you two were forming a stronger bond. Not that that meant anything, right? But then when the Anna vote happened, that cemented in my mind that you two were a duo. Whether you were or not, whether you said those words, you just decided to trust each other and not bring me in when I said to both of you, I am willing to make a move if we have the numbers. And I, at that point, didn't know if I could trust you. I was worried that if I voted you, you would not bring me along, or you would bring me along until it was convenient, where Kevin swore his loyalty to me.
Tony, you were my second hardest vote. I created this bond with you over the fire, and you know what that bond is, and I'm not going to share what that is, but that was so outside of the game, and so I hate to bring that up, but like I felt like this closeness to you, right? However, the problem was when we went into our 5, I had Kevin, and Kevin is my number 1. I was not going to put his name down.
All right, well, thank you. Congratulations again. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Hello, finalists. I would like you to all close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. You're gonna raise your hand if you think you have that juror's vote. I'm gonna start with Tony's vote. Raise your hand if you think you have Anna's vote. Raise your hand if you think you have Matt's vote. Raise your hand if you think you have Tolu's vote. And raise your hand if you think you have my vote. You can open your eyes. Thank you.
Matt, you're up.
Congratulations. For Nicole, you had an opportunity to take a guaranteed $500+ for your charity. Why did you decide to turn that down and sit here at Final Tribal?
Yeah, I mean, that was a hard decision, but I felt like I have a chance, and I feel like I have a really good chance, and $7,000 is a lot more than $500, and to not give myself a chance and to not give my charity a chance seems foolish. I believe I played a really great game, and that's why I'm here, and I believe my charity could do a lot with $7,000. I did it because of them and the impact it was going to make on those people's lives.
And then Ryan, the question for you from the jury is, do you feel like you played an honest game?
You know, I thought about this, and I will say that I tried really hard to play an honest game. Will everybody over there think that? Probably not, because there's some people that I had to be dishonest to. I lied at times to further myself in the game. When I got in that pool, I was 100% honest with you, and I tried my ass off to save you. I was 100% honest with everything I was doing, and the reason that he didn't vote for you and voted for Marty was because I told him to. I mean, I said vote for Marty, and that was the reason that he voted for Marty initially. So I tried my best to play an honest game. It wasn't perfectly honest. I'm not proud of some of those things, but I did try my best to play honest with those that I was most connected with.
And Javier, I saw you shake your head.
Ryan was not the sole factor in my vote. I did talk to Ryan during that tribal. I talked to my other alliance members too. I don't make my decisions based off of Ryan's input alone.
Thank you and good luck.
Kevin, you're up.
Hello, you three, and congratulations. So, I respect thinkers, and I want to know your thought process behind your game, and specifically, what is 1 or 2 calculated risks that you made in this game? And we'll start with Javier.
One thing I want to start with is Ryan never wanted to vote Matt out. I needed that to happen, so I did it at the right time. I could have done it earlier, but I did it when I had the votes.
But Matt was working, and I tried my damnedest to keep Matt around, even though everybody didn't understand it because he was such a huge threat. I wanted to bring him up here because he was a gamer, and I thought he deserved that.
We'll go Nicole next.
Ryan threw my name out there. Ryan was on the opposite tribe. I did not need to extend an olive branch. I could have been vengeful. I could have been like, I'm not gonna work with this guy, but I genuinely felt a connection, and so I asked if he wanted to work together, and we both made an agreement that we were gonna be loyal and not write each other's names down. The other one is with your vote. You and I talked on merge night, And I felt like, number one, you were a shield, but number two, you had valuable information from the other side, and number three, you were a great ally. And I took that risk to get rid of Tony, who I trusted wholeheartedly. It was a hard vote to go with you, and that's why I'm here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jana, you're up.
Hey all! I spent so much time with you. It's bummer to be on this side. I want you all to describe a mistake that you made in the game and how you recovered from it.
Yeah, so we were sitting around the All Red tribe talking about the Gray tribe, what our thoughts were. And we were talking about each person, and when Nicole came up, I said, yeah, at the social, really like Nicole, but I think she is a gamer. Like, she's a big-time gamer. And I had brought up a previous game she had kind of played. Well, that got back to her as I was calling her a liar. She's the biggest threat in the game. She's played 15 games, which is not true. I realized that was a ginormous mistake that I'd made, and that shifted my whole game to I have to make different relationships outside of the 4 red guys. That was when I started to talk to Matt and Lindsay and Nicole and build that relationship off that mistake. And if that mistake hadn't happened, I don't think I'd be sitting here. And a lot of that is in part thanks to Nicole.
One big mistake that I had a chance to vote Matt out earlier. I had a chance to take you out at the split vote, Marty, Matt. I was supposed to vote your name, and things got shuffled with whatever happened to Tribal, and I switched things when I didn't think I should have, and then I got a chance to correct that by finding the right people to follow through with that vote, even though my number 1 Alliance member did not want to do your name. Matt, I have a ton of respect for your game. I did not want to work with you in the game of Live to Give. I thought you were a threat to take my Alliance member, Ryan, who was my number 1 for the majority of this game.
I feel like the biggest mistake I made in the game was with Tolu. I feel like we genuinely not only connected on a human level, but on a game level. And I felt like from early on we were working together, and I was like, I can trust this girl, we have each other's backs. And I felt like we did that for a while, and then I felt like maybe I didn't connect with you enough. I'm not sure what happened, but after this swap, I just thought you were tight with Lindsay and Matt, and I thought I was at the bottom of that. And instead of really talking with you about it and including you in the Lindsay vote, I didn't include you. And I genuinely think if I included you, we could have worked further in this game together. So I regret not telling you about the Lindsay vote and not checking in with our relationship more.
Thank you all.
Marty, you're up.
Hey you all, great to see you again. Jealous of you, but also very happy for you. I value a social game and social connections in my day-to-day life. So, I'm going to play a game. So we are going to play 2 truths and a lie. And the 2 truths and a lie will all be about my favorite topic, me. So, how this is gonna work is I'll say the 2 truths and a lie. You will tell me which one you think is the lie. None of these things are things that I've explicitly said in the game, but things that can be inferred from conversations that I believe that I had either with each of you individually or when we were in a group setting at camp. So I'll start it off with, when I was a little kid, my favorite sport to play was tennis. My next one is, when I was in high school and in middle school, my best class was math. And then my final one is, due to flight anxiety, I only fly on a specific airline. And I will start with Ryan.
I'm gonna say I think the lie is the math one. So you remind me of me, and I'm not the best at math, and so I think our brains just don't always function.
Yeah.
I think the lie is the tennis, because I think you played not tennis. It was at soccer. Yes.
Javier?
I think the lie is tennis. I remember other players in the game talking about tennis. I think maybe I didn't. I believe I talked with you about other hobbies that you had. We talked about your strong opinions on celebrities and pop culture figures. I don't remember that fact about you, so I'll say that's the lie.
Awesome, thank you all. At least one of you got it right. I do have terrible flight anxiety, so I must fly Delta Airlines. Economy comfort.
Aiden, you're up.
Hello. This game is about pushing yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, and I think you've all proven that you've done that. This season, There's been a lot of big blindsides, big twists, big moments, but what personally I found most fulfilling were the little moments that I got to spend having fun with all of you and all of the jury members, right? So my question is this: what is one moment that you can point to where you think that you were having the most fun?
I can start. I mean, once again, my initial tribe, we had so much fun. We laughed about talking about reality TV, talking just about each other's lives, getting to know each other, playing Two Truths and a Lie, hearing that Tony was shot, but you made up a lie about being shot. Like, what? That's crazy! I was so connected with each and every one of you. I could not say who was my number one at that time. When we got to the merge, Anna and I formulated a final two, and then when she got voted out at that crazy merge vote, I was like, oh shoot, I won my way into this final three, and I almost counted myself out, but I didn't. I deserve to be here, and I deserve to be the winner. I outwitted, outplayed, and outlasted.
My answer would be, it has to be the auction. That's my favorite moment. Sharing the laughter with everyone who was there, watching Marty gobble down a milkshake, sharing a moment that we're not necessarily competing with each other.
So Nicole, Matt, and I going in the pool was a really fun moment. Now, yes, there was strategy talk there, but just to float around in the middle of this like hectic game and we're just like floating around in the pool together was pretty fun. That was a really cool moment. It was kind of a little bit of an awakening in terms of just like, hey, take a breath, like, you know, and do that. Whether or not I win this game, I do want you to know that I'm looking forward to the social. I'm looking forward to getting to know each and every one of you a little bit more. And thank you so much for making one of the best weekends of my life.
All right, well, thank you for your answers. I think you'd all be worthy winners, and I think I speak for the rest of the jury when I say we can't wait to talk to you guys outside the game. Excited to see where the votes land.
Now the jury questioning has ended. I'll give you a minute to gather your thoughts, and we will crown the winner of Live to Give, the Ramsey roller coaster, and the $7,200 prize to your charity. What we're gonna do now is get into vote for the winner of Live to Give, the Ramsey roller coaster, and first place gets the $7,200 prize. Lindsay, you're up.
Oh my gosh, how exciting to be here. Wish it was me, but what can you do?
Ryan, I'm more of a heart guy than a head guy, and I think you played with your heart.
Ryan, for a guy who says that his social game is his strongest suit and making deep connections is really important to him. I really appreciate that you recognize that you made 0 deep connections with me. Don't know why you didn't do that, but... So, my vote is going to Nicole. I'm so glad that you said that I was also your number one, because that was so genuine for me that you were my number one. So I am so excited for you, and I really hope you take this.
I was actually going to vote for Nicole. I thought her move on me was a great play, and I was going to respect that. But what really, Nicole, lost your vote for me today was how you emphasized you played such a social game. I don't know, I didn't really buy it so much. And Ryan, I didn't like how you brought in information from outside the game. The game should be about the game. I know some people might disagree with that, so congratulations, Javier. That's why I'm picking you.
I feel like a proud mother watching my 2 OG Excalibur boys all grown up at their final tribal council.
Best of luck to y'all. That's you all.
Ta-ta to all.
Alright, you guys, welcome for a great season. Before we get to a reading of the final votes, I have a few things I want to say. But first, I want to talk a little bit about the finalist collaborators that Nicole had not taken. The final 3 awarded $185 each. They picked the player they thought deserved extra charity money based on their game. The first one is Kevin.
You. Oh.
And then Tolu. And then the last one, Chaos Kevin. So, we have a final vote. I have a few things I want to say first. Sorry, give me a second. I love Live to Give. I have loved it for so long. And I know I'm sassy throughout the weekend and I'm dramatic and I'm firm, but you guys are seriously a huge reason as to why I do this. It's pretty much the main reason. I love charity and I love Survivor. And that's why I started this. That's why this has continued. There's a bunch of amazing people that I want to thank. There was a lot of changes in my life the past year. There was a lot of changes within Live to Give. I've learned change is good. Change is beautiful. You should embrace change. It's scary, but it's good. And I've had a ton of amazing people come into my life, and I want to thank a lot of them. I want to thank an admin team that helped in so many various ways. Paula, she's not here, but Paula, bless Paula's soul. She actually literally lost her blessed necklace somewhere, so she has a gold necklace that says blessed somewhere here. And she was okay with losing it, I mean, so. I want to thank Jake, who stepped up as the treasurer of Live to Give. I'm terrible with organization, finances, so Jake stepped up, and Live to Give would also not be where it is without you, Jake. Caitlin, casting Caitlin, thank you so much. We would literally not be here, any of them, without your leadership and your direction this past year. And the casting team, Logan, and Kayla isn't up here, but Kayla's amazing too. I'm grateful for you for stepping up for that as well. Twin Caitlin, where's she?
She took her dogs home.
Caitlin took her dogs home. She stepped up and helped track all your finances and your donations this year. That was a lot of money and helped lead up the sponsorship team, which helped fund this event. I want to thank Karen, who took care of all the volunteers this year and got them set up with that. I want to thank Carter and Logan for helping really organize a lot of the at least structure and timing of this event, as well as Carter's family for graciously giving us this land after we didn't have the land last year anymore. So I want to say big thanks to Judy and the family as well. There are so many amazing people here, and something that keeps being said is, I'm proud of what you've done, I'm proud of what you've done, but like, it's not me, like, it's everyone here. Like, these volunteers are the ones that put this on, and I commend all of you for your hard work, your hard work all weekend. I don't even have like a single person to call out because you guys hustled in your own ways all weekend, and I'm very blessed. I am so excited for the future. I hope that you guys had an experience this year that was fun. I hope you were treated right. Volunteers, I hope you felt good and you felt happy. And this is awesome. I'm super excited for what you guys are gonna see. Savannah, thank you for doing marketing. You guys, when you're out of here, because you can't have your phones, please go watch what Savannah has put together and what she's been posting. Those collages and all that with her and the marketing team have been amazing. I'm gonna saying thank you. The last thank you I want to say, I say this every year, are to the ones that aren't with us anymore, that have had a huge impact on this event. For me, Sunday Burquest, Tyler Jenkins, huge part of this event, huge part of why this event is here. This land was the first land that this event really grew at. And so I would not be here without them, and I truly feel like are my guardian angels here. And for those of you that fundraised and have fundraised over the years that have played in honor of people, like, bless you all as well. That was long, I'm sorry. We're gonna get to a final vote. There are 10 votes in here. for a winner and $7,000. I'll read the vote. First vote, Nicole. Ryan. That's 1 vote Nicole, 1 vote Ryan. Javier. That's 1 vote Nicole, 1 vote Ryan, 1 vote Javier. Javier, that's 2 votes Javier. Nicole, that's 2 votes Nicole, 2 votes Javier, 1 vote Ryan. Ryan, we're tied. 2 votes Javier, 2 votes Nicole, 2 votes Ryan. Nicole, that's 3 votes Nicole. Nicole, that's 4 votes Nicole, 2 votes Ryan, 2 votes Javier. The winner of Live T of the Ramsey roller coaster, Nicole. On behalf of Live to Give Minnesota, you have won $8,135 to your charity.
Yes!
This is a difficult decision. I was in the ally with Nicole a lot of the way through the game, but it also seems like she had allies all over the place. And the other vote I'm considering is Javier. I think Javier played the game that I wanted to play. He was winning more challenges than I won. He convinced me, I think, on multiple votes. I think I have to go with the loyalty that I started from day one and go with my main alliance member.
You truly, truly earned this. Wonderful game.
Nicole put up a really great fight. I felt like she was the most honest with me and honest with the group about her strategies. I didn't feel like she was hiding anything. She was just super direct, and I believed everything that she said.
I'm gonna stick with my loyalty. This has been since the beginning. Tribe strong. Take it home.
Nicole, you should have stopped talking after the first response you gave. Oh my goodness, I gave you an easy laugh. We had so many laughs together. I appreciate that you did give me an answer though. You didn't need to talk about everyone else, but that's okay. And I'm so glad that you said that I was also your number one, because that was so genuine for me that you were my number one. So I am so excited for you, and I really hope you take this.
I am so happy for you that you made it to the final 3. I really hope that you win. Renegade! Good luck, and ta-ta to all.
So I came into this vote between Ryan and Javier, and the questions pushed me over the final line. Javier, during Final Tribal, you said that at no point in time did you want to work with me because you felt like I was too big of a threat. I think that is extremely short-sighted, and I don't feel like I understand where you made a proactive move in the game. So, Ryan, hanging out with you in the pool was one of the best parts of my game as well. It was a moment that was pure chaos, but also very human and very truthful, and it felt like somebody was finally telling me the truth in a series of actions that were chaotic and hard and low. I appreciated that you understood that keeping options open and the style of game that you played of having many different moves, many different options was important. I think that you crushed this game. You were talked about as the biggest threat from the beginning, and yet somehow you still made it to the end, despite everyone knowing how much you knew about this game, despite all your knowledge. It was incredible playing with you. It was incredible sharing real life moments about you and your kids and all of it, all within the short period of time. I hope that you win. You deserve this.
Ryan, I'm more of a heart guy than a head guy, and I think you played with your heart. You gave me the midway one evening where I got out of the tribal, and my game was furthered by that. I'm not sure why you gave it. I think it was just sort of because of kindness. And I think I formed a little bit more of a relationship with you, Ryan. You were in our initial group. But great job, all of you guys, and congratulations. I think it's going to be a really close vote.
So I'll be honest, coming into this today, you were the last person I was even considering voting for. I was actually going to vote for Nicole. I thought her move on me was a great play, and I was going to respect that. But what really, Nicole, lost your vote for me today was how you emphasized you played such a social game. And I thought Anna and Marty gave you some softball answers, or softball questions. For Anna's, I thought it was surprising that for someone that you had a final 2 with, you only came up with a pretty, I would say, boring answer for that. I don't even know if Anna was really around that much when everyone was laughing. It was kind of after the fact that everyone laughed about it. I thought, you know, for someone with the final 2, you would have had more of an interpersonal communication, something that, you know, would have been more personal to her, not more of a big group thing. And then finally for Marty's, I mean, you said that the tennis was a lie, and that he was a soccer player, but Aiden was the soccer player, and for Marty, he talked about tennis so much, and he was a marketing major for the second part, and then for the third part, he was big on talking about how, like myself, there's flight anxiety, and that he has a very strict routine, and that's why he's a Delta snob, like myself. So I just thought, by saying and emphasizing that your social game was your top reason, I don't know, I didn't really buy it so much. And so that's why I'm going to, and Ryan, real quick, I didn't like how you brought in information from outside the game. I respected the moves you made to get you this far, but I didn't like how you brought up, you know, how my wife and sister-in-law volunteered at the social, and I didn't like how you brought up stuff about Nicole's personal life. I think the game should be about the game. I don't think you should use outside information like that to help better your game. I know some people might disagree with that, but from my perspective, that's what I'm going from. So congratulations, Javier. That's why I'm picking you.
I feel like a proud mother watching my 2 OG Excalibur boys all grown up at their final tribal council. The only problem is, it breaks my heart to have to choose between you 2 because I know how badly you and Ryan both want it, but Javier, I think you just played my game, but better. So congrats. You got my vote.
Thank you so much. Thanks, everyone.